Welcome back, folks. This is a quick tutorial and kind of like a recap as well. I get a lot of flack about some of the things that I teach. That is it really possible? Is it something that I actually do? Can it be done? When I call daily highs and lows. And it's all based on IPTA, the interbank price delivery algorithm. And today, about 10 hours ago, you'll see that there's a tweet right here. And if you click on that link, pay attention to this link up here because you can always get to it later on. I'm going to zoom in. You can actually see this dotted line here. Okay. What I did there is I projected the daily high. I'm going to show you how I did it and why I did it. So we got to go over to the charts now. Okay, and now we're looking at a 15-minute time frame on cable. And here's new day as far as GMT. Price is meandering around. And on this candle right here, this is the midnight candle in New York. Okay, so the open comes in at 24.02. So we're going to put 24.02 as a horizontal line. And you're going to figure out now why I refer to myself as a sniper. If you know anything about rifles or scopes, this will make perfect sense to you. And then I'm going to add the vertical line that delineates the midnight candle. Okay, so now we have crosshairs right here. Now, if you know anything about shooting, most people think you got to put the target right there in the middle of the crosshairs, and that's not true. You have to compensate for wind, distance, the effect of the bullet, dropping over time and distance. So when we aim, okay, we're looking for a target to sell. Okay, it's going to be somewhere up here, off center line. How far away is that? Well, what I do is I take a little line segment and I draw 30 pips. Okay, and then I take that 30 pips and I add it right to the opening price, because that's exactly what IPTA is going to do. IPTA will add 30 pip range to that opening price. Now, it can fluff around a little bit, maybe shoot over about 2 or 3 pips or go under about 2 or 3 pips, but nothing's going to come as close as this. But it was in chart form. It's 10 hours ago. You can see it on Twitter, time and date stamped. Okay, so when you encounter someone that says that this is impossible, you saw it live. You saw it. It's logged. So now we have this range here. So now I can take this, copy it, and place it right on top here. So now I have a projected range daily high of 124.33. Price shoots up, makes an initial short-term high, gives us another high here. Now we're in turtle soup territory. Potentially could go up to this range high, 24.33. Boom, hits it. What's the daily high? 124.33. Does it go any higher? Nope, doesn't do that at all. So we saw the Judas swing outlined before the fact. The previous tweet that I showed you, that chart, calls the daily high to the pip before the fact, why it's being done that way. And what it does is it gives you power 3, the opening, the rally up, predetermined amount of pips, and then the expansion, the low of the day forming, coming off the low and closing off the low of the day. So that's a real quick down and dirty explanation of a real world example that you saw today on Twitter and why that little dotted line's there, because it's projecting the daily high. Okay, so we'll go into great detail about all that stuff. When you can do it, when you shouldn't be trying to do it, all those types of things. But today was such a wonderful loaded deal for a continuation on the downside. That's the reason why we applied it today in the charts. And that's why I sent it. I was surprised that no one actually noticed what I was doing there. One person asked what this dotted line represented in a direct message on my public forum, Twitter. So I figured I'd throw this out there because I was expecting a lot more you senior folks, my well-versed group, to have picked up on this. So that, I'm going to close it. Wish you good luck and good trading.